My initial motivation to start training was to get back at soccer after my injury. So, dislocated my knee, tore my ACL, my MCL. I did an indent fracture on my femur, chipped the bone, and developed a lot of scar tissue within the first 3 weeks. So I needed 2 surgeries just to get the scar tissue out, so I could get my full range of motion back. So I started training on my own, but I knew a little bit about it, but not enough to really target my knees and develop the stability around my knee and all the muscles building up around my knees. So that's the first exercise we did, it was like, well, this really hurts my knee. Like, I won't be able to do this. And you're like, well, our goal is to eventually get you to never feel that pain again. And I was like, okay, like, that's great, but I didn't really know how it was going to happen. So that was quite shocking to me. I was like, okay, we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to it. That's when I really started noticing, like, the compensating was a lot better, the balance was starting to get better, and then at that point I was starting to actually build a lot more muscle around, because then we started targeting strength. First of all, just starting up and going down, my back muscles and like being able to actually sit at work for a longer period of time. I know that wasn't necessarily what I started the program for, but it definitely helped out, especially because I sit in the office 8 to 5 every day. And then I think the biggest progress is actually like seeing muscle development. And actually, I think the biggest thing is the balancing of my knee and like looking at the stability of my knee and seeing that it's not all over the place. And then I can feel comfortable jumping side to side and not being like, oh, is my leg going to give out or anything. So I think that's the biggest improvement so far. I've made a lot of advances. I think being able to not have to wear my brace, being able to be confident in that my leg's not going to give out to me because I've built the muscle around it. I've built the stability, the flexibility, and the not compensating, which will help my hip from not hurting or anything like that. So there's definitely a lot of improvement.
What is the best advice that you'd give somebody that has had a knee injury or injuries like you have had?
Get proper training. Also, learning your body and like not overcompensating. And there's points where like if it hurts, you just walk it off. But that's to some injury, never to like any sense of injury like this. Like if it's just like a kind of thing, just walk it off and kind of stretch it out and you're fine. But like to an injury like this, you just don't push it and don't just think, hey, it's going to get better. You really got to try and learn the proper form to get it better.
What would you say your biggest motivator was throughout this process?
To play soccer again. So really it's just to get back to playing sports how I was before and to not feel the pain in my knee. I felt it every single day. I mean, it wasn't painful every single day, but you could definitely feel it. So it's definitely got better that I don't feel it every day.